Hello, dear colleagues. I'm Shahida and I'm delighted to see you again in our Lingua Tea Club. I hope everything is just fine for you. Today we will be talking about how to teach third graders write short texts describing the nature. My demo lesson is based on the materials from the course book for the third grade. That's Unit 14, Lesson 2, pages 185, 6 and 7. The objective of today's lesson is to teach students how to describe pictures using short sentences and lexical units from the topic world around us. Watch my lesson and note which skills students will be practicing during this demo. Hello, boys and girls. How is it going? I hope you're all fine today. Let's play a game. Do you remember the words from the last lesson which we used to talk about the world around us? Now, guys, there are 3 teams. Take a pen or a pencil. You have 1 minute to write all the words that you remember from the last lesson. Start. Time's up. Finish, please. Now choose one speaker who will read the words and one secretary in the group. This person will cross out the words that are already mentioned. For example, I am from Team 1. I say the word sky. Teams 2 and 3, cross this word out. You cannot read it again. Read another word. Don't repeat each other. The team with the most words wins. Let's start. Team 1. A lake. Okay, Team 2. A river. Team 3. A mountain. Let's continue. A flower. A frog. A snake. A field. A horse. A bird. Team 1. A snake. Sorry, we have already used this word. Read another one. A sky. Okay. You please. A tree. Team 3. A yurt. Team 1. Any other words? No? Sorry, you're out of the game. Team 2. Do you have any other words? You neither? Sorry, you're out of the game too. How about Team 3? Do you have any other words? Oh yes, you do. What's that? A cloud. Great. So Team 3 is the winner of the game because they have 5 words. My congratulations. So today we will continue talking about the world around us. Open your books, page 185, lesson 2, Sweet Home. Look at the picture. What can you see in the picture? Trees, birds, flowers, apples. So what's that in general? Yes, it's a garden. This is a cow's garden. Now let's read the text about a cow's garden. If there are any words you don't know, you may circle them and then ask me for the meaning or translation. Let's start. This is my garden. The garden is big. It is beautiful. There are many apple trees. The trees are green. They are tall. There are many birds in the garden. They usually sit in the trees. There aren't any frogs in my garden because there isn't a lake. There is one pine in the garden and there are many flowers. The flowers are red. They are nice. I love my garden. Are there any unknown words for you? Oh yes, what's that? A pine. It is a tree which you can see in the picture. How do you say this word in Russian? Yes, this is sosna. It's a type of tree. Anything else? No? Okay. Now read the text again and find the words that we used to talk about the world around us. For example, a garden. Finished. So what are these words? Apple trees, okay, trees, birds, frogs, lake, pine, flowers. Great. Now guys, read the text again and answer the questions under the text. For example, question 1. Are there any birds in a closed garden? The answer is yes, there are. There are many birds in the garden. Open your copybooks now and write the answers. Use short answers and then full answers, please. Have you finished? Let's have a look at your answers. Question 2. You please. Are the birds small? Yes, they are. The birds are small. The next question. Are there any flowers in a closed garden? Yes, there are. There are many flowers in a closed garden. Question 4. Are the flowers yellow? No, they aren't. The flowers are red. Question 5. Is there a pine in a closed garden? Yes, there is. There is a pine in a closed garden. Number 6. Is it tall? Yes, it is. The pine is tall. 7. Is there a river in a closed garden? No, there isn't. There isn't a river in a closed garden. And the last question. Are there any stones in a closed garden? No, there aren't. There aren't any stones in his garden. Good job, guys. Now, look at the picture from the exercise 2. What can you see there? A cat, a fish, 2 frogs. What else? Some flowers and trees. Yes, now work individually, please. Finish the sentences in the text. Look at the picture and write the missing words. For example, the flowers are nice. They are, let's look at the picture. Yes, blue. They are blue. Are you ready? Now work with your partners, please. Read the sentences to each other one by one. Okay, time to check together. The flowers are nice. They are blue. There are 2 frogs. They are green. The fish is red and black. The cat is orange. It is very big. Do you guys have the same answers? No? What are the differences? Oh, about frogs. So we say there are 2 frogs. They are funny. Oh, that's your answer. Of course you can use it. What else can we use to talk about frogs? They are green, they are funny, they are small. Yes, true. All right. Now have a look at these pictures from the exercise 3A. Work in your copybooks. You look at these 3 pictures and you write short texts about them in your copybooks. Now, as you have finished, work with your partners again. Choose a picture and read the text to your partner. Don't tell your partner the number of the picture, because your partner should guess what picture you're talking about. Then your partner chooses another text and read it to you. You listen to your partner and you guess which picture that is. Have you finished? Did you guess everything right? Great. Does anyone want to demonstrate? Yes, you please. Everyone, let's listen and guess which picture that is. There is a fish. It is red. There are some trees. They are green. There are some flowers. They are blue. There are 3 frogs. They are big. Can you guess now? Not yet? Okay, can you continue, please? There are 7 birds. They are white. Oh yes, that's picture number 3. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. There are some trees. They are green. There are some birds. They are black. There isn't a cat. There are 3 frogs. They are small. There is a fish. It is black. Yes, picture 1. Well done, guys. Thanks. And now it's time for your homework. Turn the page over. The exercise 4. At home, think of your favorite place. It can be in the city or in the village, anywhere. Draw a picture and write the text about this picture. That's it for today, boys and girls. We'll see each other the next time. Bye-bye. Welcome back, dear teachers. Now we can have some tea time and talk about our demo lesson. Today we've had an integrated lesson with writing as its main focus. When we learn a new language, writing is often the last skill we focus on. Listening and speaking usually take priority, and reading can be integrated into textbook exercises as we learn grammar, for example. Writing may be neglected because of persistent myth about what counts as writing, beliefs that only academic assess are writing, or fears about making errors, which are more visible than errors made while speaking. It is the teacher's responsibility to develop writing tasks for young learners that are enjoyable, full of practice, meaningful, purposeful, social, and supported. Writing skills only develop when young learners are taught how to write and when they are given opportunities to practice these skills and strategies. Going back to the lesson, you may remember that students were prepared for writing short texts step by step during the whole lesson, and the actual writing took place at the very last stage of it. We started the lesson with a fun warm-up activity, which was focused on the revision of the previously learned vocabulary, which in its turn was later used by students while reading and writing. Right after this, students started working on the text, and here comes my question. How many times did the students read the text? 2? 3? Remember, the first time students were listening to teachers reading, and they had a short task to do, to find the unknown words. If we just ask students to read or listen to the text without setting a task, do you think they will do it? I bet they won't. It's necessary to give students some task to do. Otherwise, they won't be interested in doing the activity. If you think your students won't face any problems with the vocabulary, you may set the task of looking for words which help us describe the world around us, as I did in the second reading. After that, you can ask students to read the text again in pairs so that they could listen to each other and correct the intonation or pronunciation mistakes. You would ask me, why do the students need to read the text several times when it's not the main skill which we want to practice? And I would tell you, because this text serves as a good model for writing. It consists of short and simple sentences. Thus, students will have a chance to memorize the structure of sentences before making up their own texts. Then, as you remember, students were to read the text for the third time and answer the questions. This is a complex task which cannot be done right after the first reading. That's why it comes at the last step. Do you remember what we did next? Right, students were to finish the sentences in the short text by looking at the picture to help them find the missing information. The answers may vary in adjectives describing color and size, and you should explain that more than one answer is possible to use. As for the activity that followed, the actual writing took place, where students were to describe pictures in the book. At this stage, it shouldn't be challenging, as students were prepared for working on the task by doing the previous exercises. Here, your students can finally produce their own texts, but the choice of vocabulary is still a little bit limited, because they write about pictures provided by the book. The free writing is going to take place in their homework exercise, where they can draw pictures themselves and use their own words to create sentences about their pictures. So, as you can see, writing does not necessarily mean academic success, and it's possible to do some writing activities even with young learners. You just need to select topics which are engaging for your students. Thus, they should be relatable and motivating. Set challenging but achievable tasks. Let your students brainstorm ideas. Provide an opportunity for pair work before an open class check-in, and your lessons will be enjoyable and successful. If you want to know more about teaching students in a fun and efficient way, watch our T-Club series and we will share more tips with you. Thanks a lot for your attention, and that's it for today. I hope that this demo lesson was useful for you. If you have any questions regarding the lesson, or if you want to clarify the points which are not clear to you, please feel free to contact us through our website. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, dear colleagues. Goodbye.